Y'all, nepotism. Yeah. I was, you know, online, and all of a sudden I'm hearing this term, nepotism. So I click on to see what everybody's talking about. And wouldn't you know it, they're talking about basketball. Who-wee, our people, oh my. I'm about basketball. Basketball. A game. A sport. And I want to say something, and that's why y'all saw the thumbnail, that's why y'all coming in the room. I want to say something about that. First of all, if you don't know what's going on, it's all over the internet. I don't normally do this, but I had to say something. First of all, the internet is on fire because a basketball player who actually is a great player. I mean, I don't think you can pick, top 10 that ever done it. You might not be able to pick the top 5 that have ever done it, and this person's name don't come up. Yeah, that's how good he is. And he's a Hebrew, Israelite. He just don't know that he's from the 12th tribe, one of the 12 tribes of Israel. But nevertheless, and this brother have played the game at a high level long enough. I want y'all to really think about this. He's played a game at a level high enough to where at the end of over 20 seasons of playing at the highest level, the best in the world. I want y'all to understand the more when I say ain't no league higher than that. When you looking at these people play on these courts in the NBA, you looking literally at little gods on earth. Little G now. But I'm saying the things that they're doing are so, the level is so much higher than anybody. Oh my, it's just a whole nother level, right? So the person in question, he's been doing it for over 20 years now. And watch this. Still a starter. Let that sink in. I ain't gonna be in here long. Let it sink in. The person that's in the headlines is still starting on the highest level at 40-something years old. First of all, y'all, that's a bad man. It don't matter what you think about basketball or not, or what you think about him personally or not. That's a bad man. Anybody can start in the NBA for 20 years? It's almost impossible. But this man is doing it. He stayed in so long. I want you to hear me now. He stayed in so long that his son, that he had while he was playing, his son, from a baby, is now grown. Done play. I see my time. Okay, well, I'm gonna hurry up. Watch this. His son is playing at a high level. Oh my. And his son is at drafting age. And believe it or not, his son got drafted to the same team his daddy is playing on. So for the first time in history, we have a father playing on the highest level possible and still starting. Still one of the greatest people out there. Now his son is in the league playing on the exact same team as his daddy. I want y'all to listen to the more. That is a miracle. That's unbelievable. That's outrageous. And I want to just right now say congratulations to LeBron and congratulations to Bronny. Just right off the top, just know the Moreh pulling for you. 100, like they used to say back in the day, I'm 150%, even though that's impossible. I'm pulling for the young man. And look, I ain't no big sports person. That's not this video. Y'all already know I'm finna take it somewhere. I put it in the thumbnail. I'm finna take you somewhere with it. I go online and begin to look. I'm looking like, okay, so let's see what the people are saying about this. And then the word kept popping up: nepotism, 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 nepotism. And I said, first of all, Negroes ain't used that word since ever. Negro don't even know what nepotism is. I ain't never heard not one person, not one news person, not one sports person, not one player, not one comic. Nobody ever used that word, nepotism. And all of a sudden, nepotism is nepotism. I said, boy. Can y'all see the Moreh all right? Can you hear me? I didn't even say that. Shalom, shalom. I'm Dr. Yahrahn, the ARK. If you can see the Moreh and you can hear me okay. And oh yes, I'm at one of my favorite spots. You see the ocean behind me? That ain't no green screen. This real life. If you can see me okay, hear me place a 7. Toda Rabbi, see Destiny, I already done played a 7 in there. All right, y'all know how it goes. Toda. So, I'm going from one thing to another, trying to see what people are saying. And they keep throwing this word around, nepotism. So I looked it up. So I could give you the definition from a doctor, from an educated person. Y'all ready? Nepotism is the act of granting an advantage, comma, privilege, comma, or position, watch, to relatives or friends in an occupation or a field. Did you hear that? Nepotism is the act of granting an advantage, privilege, or position to relatives or friends in an occupation or a field. How in the world, especially those of you of the same hue as the Moreh, got nerve to fix your catfish face? What is wrong with y'all? You really got tight lips right now? Are you really like this? I can't believe it. Not you. Y'all, you know y'all the hookup kings and queens, right? The hookup is your thing. The hookup. That's you. That's who you. What do you mean? Nepotism. You the hookup. Look, y'all can't go nowhere without trying to get a hookup. Nowhere. What are you talking about? Go get your hair done. Hey, can you hook me up? Go to the barber. Hey, man, can I get a hook? Can you hook me up, man? Y'all go to the store. And if it's somebody, one of us behind it, hey, man, I know you know what's going on, man. Hook a brother up. And, man, y'all getting hooked up all the time. When you get a job, if it's an opening, first thing you do, pick up the phone. Hey, cuz, what? Hey, man, I got this job, dude. I'm gonna put in a word for you. Why? Cause, man, we boys. I gotta speak for my boy. You know what I'm saying, man? We in this thing for life. How? And y'all got nerves to try to talk about LeBron, who played in the league at the highest level for 20 plus years. The man in his 40s. Still dunking on the youngsters at 40. Still busting threes at 40. Well, I don't care how you feel about him, I'm just making a fact. He played so long at the highest level, his son. And people say, he just getting in because he's LeBron James. You got nerve. I'm going to prove it in the Bible. I got a couple of minutes. I'm going to prove your nerves in a minute. First of all, hold on before you say that. So, of course, I don't follow sports like that. And I'm thinking, oh, my goodness, why would this man do this to his own flesh and blood? I'm not like most people. I don't follow the sport, so I said, let me find out who Bronny is. Keep hearing the name, Bronny. So I type in Bronny, and on the first page, when I typed in Bronny James, the first page it said, Bronny James highlight reel. So you know the more, Ray, I'm like, all right, let me click it. Click them. I said, this Negro balling out of control. What is wrong? What is wrong with our people? Man, he's short. He's 6'2". Man, he gonna be, man, that dude is so fast. His speed is almost unnatural. His defense is dang near impeccable. And his shot is so fluid, I said, and watch, no scandal. He ain't got no line of holes and stretched out. He ain't got no 75 baby daddies. He ain't pulled no guns out on nobody. You ain't never heard of none of that. He ain't been locked up in jail. They ain't had to go get that nigga in the middle of the night and have him train in the woods, back in the woods somewhere, sneaking in. No, man, brother. And balling. I said, boy, and watch, discipline. I don't even know if it's a word to talk about how pure his shot is. It don't even look like he's shooting. It's like he been doing it so long, it's just a part of him. So I watched him in the game, and then people saying, he only averaged about 5 points a game. First of all, you foolish people, how many points you average in college? And isn't basketball a team sport? So how do you know that the coach didn't have him in a role? How do you know he's not a role player, is my point. I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing whether or not you like him or your team. That's not my issue. What I am saying is, as a spectator, ain't nowhere in the world you're going to tell me that every single person in the NBA can take Bronny. If you do, you a lying on wonder. You lying. You lying. How do you know he's not a role player? Everybody ain't got to be a high scorer. Y'all done forgot who Dennis Rodman is? I don't want to, you know what? I'm not even going to go down that whole thing. Because first of all, that's just ignorant. And number two, right? So first of all, the young man can ball. And look, let's just add one more thing to it. Can you imagine the chemistry that is coming to that team where he playing with his daddy? Look, even if he can't play like y'all want him to play, that's his dad. They don't have to talk. You do know that, right? It's his father. They don't have to do hand signals. He can look how his dad is moving. His dad can just look how his son is. Oh, y'all have no idea.
I'm sorry. You got a big old bug getting on you.
Is it a bug?
I got you.
Thank you. So I'm like, I said, what's happening among our people right now? Nepotism. If I would have looked on, man, and that dude would have been like, 4'2", you know what I'm saying? Can't throw nothing up, can't play, can't do, that'd be one thing, right? I'd be like, oh yeah, okay. But even then, I'm trying to figure out why y'all keep using that term nepotism. Watch. As though it's a bad thing. Maybe it's because you're slaves. And I keep telling you all that you have no idea how deep your slave mind is. You have no idea how much in love with your captors you have become. You just don't know. And that's the reason why we have to be renewed, right? Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. See, only a slave, I want you to think about this, only a slave would think there's something wrong with another slave trying to make a way for his son. That's a slave mind. Only a slave thinks like that. Ain't nobody said nothing about old man Manning. Old man Manning had 2 sons. Archie was a quarterback. He said, this is football, I know. Archie was a quarterback. He had 2 sons. And wait, both of them Hall of Famers, and you know it. He knew it too. He like, man, my boys can throw. Man, they just get in because they his son. No, but that didn't hurt none that their daddy was a Hall of Famer. But I guarantee you, what is in the root is in the fruit. I promise you. And watch. Watch this. When you are a slave and your mindset is into slavery, then anytime you see someone rising, you will automatically have a knee-jerk reaction to keep them down like you are. You will automatically want to say, well, what about the struggle? But you are a hypocrite and you know it. Because you're the first one with your hand out. You're the first one trying to get a hand up. You're the first one trying to get an advantage, and you're the first one trying to get a hookup. Stop lying. As a seer to the nation, I gotta tell the truth. Now, if y'all in this room and you know it's the truth, put a 500,000 in here, please. And let me see if we put some correction on this. Let's see whether or not somebody is rethinking the way they just thought before they clicked on this video. No, we're gonna stop talking down on Bronny now. I wish those of you talking down on him would get on the court with him. I ain't gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. What I am saying is to raise a son that is even in the conversation of going pro. That's one. And then the boy gets picked. That's two. And whether or not his dad has something to do with it, why does that matter? I, as a Maury, would think less of LeBron if he didn't try to hook up his own son into the business and into the occupation and into the sport that has been so good to him. What is he supposed to do? What is he supposed to do? Yeah, I'm the best in the world. You got a son play, don't you? Forget that nigga. Forget that Negro. It's about me. It's about me. No, he's like, man, hey man, my son can ball. It would be a dream if I could play with my son. Then 2 years later, he's playing with his son. It don't matter if they don't score nothing. Just get on the court at the same time and make history. And show the world once again that we are the tribe of Yahrahn. And we can't be stopped. And nobody, we can play so long, we're gonna be bragging on this, we can play so long at the highest level that we start playing with our kids. And pretty soon, we're gonna start playing with our kids' kids. That's where I'm coming from. Let me get out of here. Wait, hold on, before I go. You got some script on that? Why, of course. It ain't fair. What? Let's not talk about that. Let's not do the fair thing right now. See, when you're a slave, you call that nepotism. When you're a slave, but you don't know that really nepotism is from the word nephew. That's where it comes from. And the idea of the nephew is not an idea that come up out of necessarily that idea really came up out the Catholic Church. We don't even want to get into that. And one of the reasons is because they've decided that certain roles ought to stay within a certain family. So before you take everything negative, you need to always line it up with Torah. What do you mean, Morey? So what you gonna call Yah when he chose the Levite tribe? Crickets. I said, what you gonna call Yah when he chose the Levite tribe and told them, only you and your sons. That means it's gonna be you, your sons, right? Your nephews. To do what? Serve in the temple, set apart. So is that nepotism? David is on the throne, so one of his sons gonna be next. Well, it could be so many more qualified, so what? David sat on the throne and said, Solomon. Why? Because David's not a slave. David ain't finna put out a poll throughout the whole nation and ask people to vote on who should be his successor. He got a successor in the house. Solomon. You have that right when you're free. And you expect nothing less. Let's get to that Romans real quick. Let me get out the room. If y'all know the more is speaking what y'all love, which is the truth. Put the 800,000 while we go get this Romans chapter 3. Let's get Romans chapter 3 and let's get out of here. So I can enjoy myself. Y'all, woo-wee. The way you respond to certain things, you try my patience. What advantage has the Yahudian? Do you see it? That's us. Ain't that the word nepotism? is the act of granting an advantage. And here in the text it says, what advantage has the you who did? You think he's gonna, or what profit is there of the circumcision? So you think he's gonna say none? Oh, no, no, there's no advantage. We're all equal. Everything's the same. No. Paul said, oh, it's nepotism. He said, matter of fact, much. Wait a minute. Much in every way. Because unto them were committed the oracles of Yah. We are his people. How? You want us to, he's through nepotism? Or by choice? Or by decree? Or by power? Or by might? Or by authority? Let me tell y'all something. First of all, once again, 100% congratulations for all that hard work you done put in that folks don't know. Bronny, well, you do you. You've already done more than 99.99% of everybody on planet Earth. Ain't no bad blood over here. And the fact that you, your father have paved the way for you is what all fathers are supposed to do. That is the job of the father. To just open up the door of opportunity. Now, once you get in, of course, it's up for the son now to carry and do the best he can. So what does Yah do for us? That's right. He opened up the door of opportunity for us. He said, behold, in Revelation, behold, I set before you an open door. I open it. Can't no man shut it. We are literally walking in the privilege of our Elohim. We're walking in the privileges and the advantages of the covenant. We are walking in the advantages and the privileges of the house of Yehudah. We live in the privilege of being born as a descendant of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And then got nerve to turn around and call somebody, tell them at the internet, woo, listen, you Israelites, you ought to understand the privileges you have and have been granted to you. And come up out that slave mind and learn how to give credit to where credit is due. And uplift our men and our fathers who are trying to make a better way for their sons, and preferably their sons trying to make a better way for their sons. Why? Because that is really how it is supposed to be done. I'm gonna throw this out there too. Since I done already dropped a name, I normally don't even drop names. Look, I'm 100% behind Deion Sanders too. And I don't never drop names, do I, on this channel? But some of y'all don't know me. Some of y'all don't, I don't tell everybody what I do. But when he got that team in Colorado and brought his boys up there, and then brought them other men up there, you know what I did? I bought a ticket. I don't have to talk. I showed my support. I bought a ticket. Bought 2 tickets. Why? That's what a father's supposed to do. Set that thing up, man, and watch. And his boys, same thing, can ball. They ain't no fake players. They can ball. So yeah, he opened the door. That's what free men do. They open the door. And what happened with us? Abayah, he opened the door. Call it what you want. I'm going to call it favor. And one love, we got to go. I'll be in the room with y'all tomorrow. Support the work of the ARK. If these messages are encouraging, if these messages help you, if they give you a deeper insight, and if they are something that you look forward to, send a donation to the station. Support the work of the ARK. Pray for us. We pray for you. Keep looking up. Why? Because our redemption, it draws nigh. Put a 1 million in this chat. And once again, congratulations. History is being made in our very face. And don't let these step and fetch it on the payroll for these slave masters diminish what Abba Yah is trying to do and what he's trying to show us in these last days. What? He's trying to show us real freedom. Freedom. Shalom.